Before the Lord returns, Scripture tells us that nations will declare peace and safety. It also reveals that the land of Israel and the city of Jerusalem will once again become the center of the world's attention. Prior to the second coming, we will see Israel and surrounding nations place their trust in a leader who promises peace. This raises the question, are we witnessing events in our world today that are paving the way for these prophecies to soon be fulfilled? Stay tuned. We have a duty to share now. We don't typically discuss news or politics on this channel. It's not our primary focus. However, when significant events involving Israel occur and prophetic pieces seem to align, we have a responsibility to examine and share them. This is what we've done in the past, such as with the Hosea prophecy videos, where we explored how many biblical prophecies were clearly fulfilled through the circumstances surrounding Israel and the Jewish people. The scattering of the Jewish people among the nations after Jesus' death was not a coincidence. It was prophesied, as we saw in both Scripture and the video. Similarly, Israel becoming a nation again in 1948 was no accident. God foreshadowed this event by allowing Abraham's birth to occur exactly 1,948 years after Adam. Israel's astonishing victory over multiple enemies in just 6 days, followed by a declaration of victory on the seventh day, was also no coincidence. Scripture repeatedly highlights God delivering Israel and granting them victory on the seventh day. When events in Israel align with apocalyptic texts, we have a duty to discuss them. For this reason, we must address the Abrahamic Accord. The Abrahamic Accord, what we're seeing with Israel now, is monumental. The Abrahamic peace deal, established a few weeks ago, is undeniably paving the way for major biblical prophecies to be fulfilled. While media coverage often focuses on President Trump signing the agreements and receiving press attention, there's someone behind the scenes who played a crucial role in making these deals happen: Jared Kushner. Jared Kushner. As many know, President Trump appointed his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, to oversee Middle East relations. Under Kushner's leadership exactly years after Israel became a nation the U.S. recognized Jerusalem as Israel's capital and established an embassy there. This was groundbreaking. In retrospect, considering the progress in the Middle East today, it's clear that one of Kushner's primary goals in advancing the embassy move was to initiate peace in the region. From the start of the Trump administration, Kushner's involvement accelerated Middle East peace efforts like never before. He revealed that one of President Trump's first international trips was to the Middle East, aimed at building relationships. Trump's first presidential visit was to Saudi Arabia in May 2017, where he outlined the region's challenges. The Jerusalem embassy move was an early step in a broader plan for regional peace that had been years in the making: Kushner's Billion Initiative. The Jerusalem Embassy Declaration was a significant achievement, but Kushner didn't stop there. Following the embassy move, he led a U.S. initiative to invest $50 billion into the Middle East's economy. Kushner convened with both Israeli and Arab officials to deliberate on how the proposed investments could unlock unprecedented growth in their region. He elaborated on his vision to assist them in cultivating a cutting-edge digital economy. Additionally, he discussed his commitment to boosting trade, enhancing education, and overhauling healthcare infrastructure. It's time to make a difference in the world. Join us as we spread the good news of Jesus Christ. Subscribe to our channel for powerful messages, prayer requests, and opportunities to serve. Like and share our videos to help us reach more people. Kushner meticulously crafted a comprehensive strategy to educate regional leaders on achieving these objectives. Ultimately, his approach won their confidence. Fast forward to just a few weeks ago, under Kushner's guidance, the United States successfully facilitated one of the most significant peace agreements involving Israel since the nation's formation. But how did this come to pass? Kushner himself was quite transparent about the process. He revealed that a thoroughly detailed 180-page proposal was presented, and Israel agreed to negotiate based on its terms. The plan outlined a billion economic initiative projected to double the region's GDP within a decade, create 1 million jobs, and elevate the quality of life for its people. Moreover, Israel consented to measures allowing regional self-governance and ensuring security. Kushner emphasized that the $50 billion infusion into the area aimed to unify the UAE and neighboring Middle Eastern nations with Israel in lasting peace. The objective was clear: the embassy relocation to Jerusalem, the large-scale economic investment, and every other diplomatic maneuver were all designed to ensure the Abraham Accords would prosper. Now that the Abraham Accords have been formalized, their overarching ambition is becoming attainable. This agreement paves the way for flourishing trade, tourism, and cross-border investments. It fosters exchanges between the two most developed economies in the Middle East, and we are already witnessing momentum building. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu expressed that this marks the beginning of unparalleled growth for Israel. Trade avenues are expanding, and the nation is set to flourish as never before. Kushner echoed this sentiment, stating that the agreement signals just the start of Israel's progress. He emphasized that, while the public sees this breakthrough, several promising developments are unfolding behind closed doors. Kushner is confident that, if the administration remains on course, the region will witness transformative changes in the coming years, leading to a more secure and prosperous world. It is evident that Israel will remain a focal point of global affairs. Biblical prophecy suggests Israel will ultimately take center stage, with people declaring peace and security. Considering the current developments, it is clear why these events are monumental. They align with what Scripture has foretold. Though Trump holds the presidential office, the architect behind this extensive Middle East peace endeavor is, without question, Kushner. He disclosed that this agreement was a culmination of years of diligent work. The historic accord represented the first peace treaty in the region in over a quarter of a century. Kushner worked closely alongside President Trump for 3.5 years to make this possible. It required tremendous effort, but the result is a groundbreaking step towards stability. Countless attempts have been made to broker peace in the Middle East, but it was Kushner who ultimately made it happen. Many agree that no one else could have achieved it. As Trump himself remarked, if you can't secure peace in the Middle East, no one can. Some have suggested that one reason Kushner achieved such success in Middle East peace efforts and fostered strong relations with the Israeli Prime Minister is because he already knew him. Interestingly, it was reported that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had been a close friend of the Kushner family for years. In fact, numerous articles detail how Netanyahu would visit the Kushner home and knew Jared Kushner well during his youth. Netanyahu himself confirmed this, stating, "I've known President Trump for many years, and some of his team I've known for many years as well." During a public appearance, Netanyahu even joked, "Can I reveal, Jared, how long we've known each other? He was never small, he was always big and tall." This highlights their long-standing relationship, with Netanyahu checking in to ensure it was okay to share how far back their connection went. Remarkably, before Kushner joined the White House as a peace negotiator, before he married Trump's daughter, and even before he knew Trump well, he already had a relationship with the Israeli Prime Minister. When you examine all of this, it's almost as if Kushner's role in Middle East peace negotiations wasn't just a coincidence, but rather a destined path for him. The conclusion, as I always say, keep your eyes on Israel because, as Kushner himself stated, this is only the beginning. 4 years ago, his father-in-law asked him to work on Middle East peace, and he dedicated himself fully to the task. While there is still much work to be done, the Abraham Accords represent a significant step forward. Kushner expressed, "To have played a role in its creation, as the grandson of 2 Holocaust survivors, means more to me and my family than I can ever express. We will continue to pursue peace between Israel, the biblical homeland of the Jewish people, and its Arab and Muslim neighbors. I have never been more hopeful about peace." While many believe such a peace agreement was impossible, the stage is now set for even greater achievements. Over the last 3.5 years, the Middle East was often described as hopeless, but recent developments have brought a new sense of optimism. It's crucial to seize this momentum and continue pushing to unlock the region's true potential.